Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, continuing with the nice conditions this morning as the temperature is currently sitting around 75 degrees. And we will see that temperature dropping as we get into the afternoon, as we do expect an onshore flow to develop as we get in those afternoon hours, as well as we'll see a chance of possibly a passing shower, maybe even a thunderstorm as we go into the later afternoon and first part of the evening. And we'll see some more rain chances moving through as we continue through our weekend. Take a look at the current surface analysis. We have a boundary sitting just to our north, and it's going to slowly sink southward into and through the local area. Behind it will be that onshore flow, and that boundary will be that focal point for that shower activity that potentially passes through the area for the second portion of the day today. Well off to the west is another boundary that will be tracking towards the area as we get late in the day tomorrow. It's going to bring a more widespread chance of rain shower activity pushing through the area, as we'll see some weak low pressure developing along that boundary as it moves through. If we take a look at the current visible satellite, we can see mainly just some high clouds tracking through the area, but some additional cloud cover well off to the west, and we'll likely see some increased clouds as we start to see that onshore flow developing later in the afternoon. We'll take a look at the high resolution model. As we continue through the day, as mentioned, should see dry and mild conditions followed by those cooler temperatures moving in with that onshore breeze back down into the 60s. And we'll see here models continue to indicate a chance of an isolated shower or possibly a storm pushing mainly off to the west and southwest of the local area. But we do see indications that some of the models showing maybe a slightly increased chance of one of those showers pushing locally through the Wallops area, particularly again late afternoon in the first part of the evening, and then we should see that activity coming to an end as we move through the overnight time frame. We will keep that onshore breeze and start to see some clouds moving into the area as we get into the day. On Saturday would continue onshore breeze and will become quite breezy. It does look like we'll stay dry through much, if not all of the day on Saturday, as that system does lag a bit until we get into the evening. As you can see, the showers approaching the area by the time we get into the late evening and becoming most likely through the overnight time frame and early morning hours of Sunday. Generally expecting just rain shower activities with this very slight chance we see in embedded thunderstorms, and not a zero chance, but looks to be mainly capped on any instability with that onshore flow continuing through the area as this system pushes through. If we zoom out here, starting off Sunday morning, we'll continue to see some lingering rain chances through the start of the day on Sunday. And the European model does hold on to some rain chances as we continue into the afternoon. Some other models indicating that the system pulls away by the time we get into the afternoon. But nonetheless, by the time we get into the start of next week, we will see that system pulling away, setting up for a drier day on Monday. We'll continue to see some onshore flow as that broad area of low pressure continues to linger off the coast. And then as we get into the middle portion of the week, we'll start to see some additional rain chances moving into the area. One in the way of this boundary that pushes through Tuesday night has trended drier with some of the modeling this morning, but nonetheless we'll see a chance of a shower late and into the early morning hours of Wednesday, and then once again another round of showers potentially late Wednesday into the early morning hours of Thursday, and then things potentially drying out as we go into the day on Thursday. So the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we'll see our high temperature this morning in the mid-70s, and then we'll see things cooling off as mentioned as that easterly flow develops around 9 to 14 knots with some peak gusts up around 19 knots this afternoon. Do introduce that yellow risk for some precip as well as lightning with that chance of a passing shower or thunderstorm. And that continues as we go through the 20 local time frame, and we'll continue to see mostly cloudy conditions through the overnight time frame with a low temperature around 52 degrees and east-southeasterly breeze continuing and becoming a bit gustier as we get into the start of the day on Saturday. And we do introduce an orange risk for low clouds early Saturday morning, as that onshore flow could potentially bring in some low-level cloud cover. Tides running half a foot above normal. As we take a look at the extended forecast here, we'll see 40% chance for that precip this evening, and then increasing to a 90% chance for that system pushing through tomorrow night and into Sunday morning. We'll see temperatures fairly cool over the weekend as we see that onshore flow and breezy conditions prevailing, as well as some mostly cloudy to overcast conditions. So struggle to get into the 60s for Saturday, and then we'll stay in the 50s as we move into Sunday, and then back into the 60s as we go into next week, with a quiet weather day for Monday, and then as mentioned, Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening, that chance of precipitation moving through the area. We'll see some slightly milder temperatures back up, pushing to or just above 70 degrees as we get into the second portion of the week. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again on Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.